Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Mighty Transforming Super Troopers. Before we go around and say hello to our wonderful cast for our opening episode, please check out our social links. There you can find our Discord, Twitter, and YouTube. If you want to come and play in this very game where we absolutely break the Ryutama system. At this point, honestly, the Ryutama is kind of irrelevant, but hey, still kudos to the person who made this fight system, because I love it. But you can come and play. So send me a DM on Twitter and we'll sort that out. Discord, come and be a part of our growing community. We've got about 1,000 people in there now, and I can vouch for nearly every single one of them, at least the ones that I know and that are active, so please do check it out. YouTube, you can't really go and check out this show yet because this is the first one, but from now on you will be able to check every episode out on YouTube because we'll upload them in the next 24 to 36 hours. 24 to 36? I meant the other one, like longer than that. 72 hours, that's the one. Also, please check out our sponsors, Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press made the Dark Matter book, which is now available for pre-order in hardback. So head over and get that there. You can get a 15% discount using the code MHPSCRAT. We also are sponsored by the Deck of Many. You've heard of the Deck of Many Things. Maybe you've even heard of their Humblewood setting, which is now also available in hardback as of this month. They currently have a Black Friday sale on over on their website. If you spend over $100, you can use the code Scratticus for free delivery. Also, brand new sponsors for the season, Hero Forge. Hero Forge, fully customizable miniatures, thousands of combinations. You've seen in some of my games, I've already started pinning the models that I've been making. Maybe Jess might make us one at some point. That'd be really cool. Yeah, all the good stuff. So let's go around and say hello to everyone. We'll go anti-clockwise around the screen, starting with Jess.
Oh, hi, it's me. I'm so excited to play this game. Today I'm Stacy, and let's find out what that means. Big Funny Echo _ in most places, and gosh, yes, I'm excited to play Ryutama. The sweetness of Ryutama meets the craziness of Scrat's idea of power troopers, I'm gonna say. It's gonna go, well or not. Either way, it'll be fun.
We'll have so much fun, and you know, I'll be cherry picking abilities as we go. It's going to be great. Next around the screen, we welcome Psychotic Monk. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. First time here, and I'm enjoying it so far, and really looking forward to it. This system here, from the little bit that I have glanced, looks like it's a fun one, and here we go.
Fantastic. Thoroughly looking forward to it. Next around the screen, we have Nerdily. Oh, hi!
Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Natalie, or Nerdily. I don't have anything to promote, really. I just hang out in the academy, and I'm weird and fun.
And massively appreciated for both of those things. The last person to shout out is Kate. You can find her on Twitter. It's in the chat now. Kate DMs for D20 Error. That you should also go and check out. That's one of the places that I like to hang out in chat. One of the my lesser known hangouts. So go and check it out. Pop them a follow. Let's do this then. Let's do this. So let's get chat in the know here. Okay, let's get chat in the know. Hi, my name's Scratticus. I don't prepare anything. So I'm gonna lean heavily on my players, and we're gonna build this world together. Now, I think I've sort of set the vibe with the music. Okay, so we're aware of the sort of vibe we're going for. I would like to submit the word Kaijin. Kaijuin? What? I'm intrigued.
What?
Like kaiju meets Ryuj, like a kaiju.
Yeah, I'm lost for what that would mean.
Well,
because
Jin,
like
Kaiju
yeah,
Ryujin.
Oh, okay.
Dragon, because like yeah.
I like that. You know what? I like that. Apparently, chat are also shaping this world today. Thank you very much, Ethan. We're gonna go with that.
Oh no.
Don't know what for. We'll find out.
Okay. So, origin stories. Let's do this. We are going to start with Lawrence, actually, if you don't mind. Where would we find Lawrence in a normal school week?
Let's say probably after school, probably just kind of hanging down near a arcade area, playing video games, trying to do something along that line.
Hell yeah.
Always looking for the newest games and just being competitive with the other players there.
And as though it was written in the stars, the latest game coming out this week. You've been looking forward to it all month. The hype has been all over. Kaiju Ryujin coming to an arcade near you. It's supposed to be a story RPG fantasy platform side scroller. They just took all of the game genres and slapped them in one. And it's supposed to be amazing, and it's released today.
Sounds like that would be every guy's dream. All the good games in one.
Mirror Shadows, thank you so much for that subscription. 10 months! Only 2 more until you get all the feathers on your cap. You have an advantage to give to a player of your choice. Oh, and also I should keep an eye on the retweets as well. Oh, we're still only at 2. That's probably because I haven't shouted out the retweet yet. Every 10 retweets, there's going to be utter chaos, which you in chat will be able to roll. So go and retweet the tweet. Great. This game is out, and obviously, there's a lot of people that want to play this game. You know, there's just so many adjectives around it that I think they're adjectives, right? Are they adjectives or are they verbs? Who knows? I did engineering. Hi. Everyone wants to play it, and there's a bit of a queue, but eventually you can ascend to the game, and there's people around watching as well. It's like one of those games that's really good to watch. So you know them arcade hangers-on. Does anyone else remember the 90s? Like, you know, when you could be in an arcade and people would be standing behind you to watch you play. That's happening. Yeah. That's happening. So why don't we get some checks to see how you fare at the game? I have a feeling that this is going to be... Yeah. I'm looking for a specific one. I know it's here somewhere. I'm looking for delicate work. There it is. Top left. Delicate work. Could you give me a delicate work check, please? On a 10! Let me get up my official thing. Because if you do not play Ryutama with the cheat sheet, oh yeah, you're missing out. On a 10, as I hastily scroll. There we go. On a 10, as good as a pro. It's like you were born to play this game. As you take to the joystick and buttons, you are easily working your way through this game, and people are even taking time to applaud. It's a joy to watch as you've gone through 3 levels, haven't taken a hit yet, defeating everyone. You're starting to think, hey, maybe it's a little too easy. When there's like a little pixel glitch on one of the magic items in the game. Except it kind of like, it doesn't glitch like a stuck pixel. It's not stuck. It's like pulsing.
Okay. When it's pulsing, is it pulsing in an area of the screen that I have to go through, or?
It's like right on the magic item that you want to collect. This game is all about collecting the ancient power to defend the world. And on one of these ancient power items, there's just like a little green pulsing glow.
Right. Definitely, if I'm trying to collect the items, I'm going straight forward and thinking nothing about it and just grabbing it and go.
Hey, now, before I continue, would Stacy and Naomi be anywhere near the arcade? You don't have to be. We can do separate things because we're all going to end up in the same place.
Yeah, Stacy works at like the dance studio in the mall, and she's like training all the little kids to like, you know, pirouette and stuff like that, but they're little kids, so they're not really doing it. So she's just like, oh my God, Mindy, that twirl's so good. Cindy, yes, the way you just kicked your leg, amazing. Lindy, I see you over there. You don't feel like dancing? That's cool. You do you, girl. Let's just playing with your hair. That's awesome. Looks good. So yeah, I'm like probably like upstairs from the arcade, I would say.
Okay. And Naomi, are you anywhere in close proximity to the arcade?
Naomi probably has a couple of friends who've been really excited about this game. She might not be the most excited about it, but I mean, she goes with her friends to the arcade. So yeah, sure, she's there and just kind of watching Lawrence play right now.
Okay, and just because the arcade feels like the 90s, this whole thing doesn't have to be the 90s, so if you want to be playing on your phone or something instead, that's totally fine. We can cherry pick things from different generations, you know? So, Lawrence, as you touch this item in the game, there is a strange... the screen sort of like does that rotating effect, but the rotating green neon effect doesn't stay within the screen. It like comes out of the screen and like grabs you, and you're suddenly propelled forward through like a green glowing Doctor Who-esque time tunnel. And you land in a forest. Where we're going to leave you for just a second. Everyone else, so Naomi in the arcade, Lawrence disappears. Everyone, there's a big shock sort of as everyone's like, oh my god, this game, it just ate someone. And like, they're freaking out, as only teenagers can freak out. What are you doing?
I probably was checking my email and missed it, so I'm like, wait, what? What happened? Oh, wow. And I switch over to my texts and I text my friend Stacy, hey girl, are you at work? Weird stuff at the mall.
And who are your friends who are interested in this game?
So, my friend, Andy is really big into these kind of things, and he was waiting in line to play.
Oh. And like Andy turns to you and he's like, whoa, did you see that? Like the game just ate a guy. He's like gone.
Andy, what?
Like, I don't know, 1 second he was like owning this game. And then the next second, like, I don't know. He was like, it was like, and it was like, and then he was just like,
she kind of like puts her hand up to his forehead. Did you take your medicine this morning, Andy?
A lot of people are like freaking out. And he's like, you know, I medicate like every 4 hours.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, that's happening and everybody's freaking out, so she's kind of starting to get freaked out too.
What'd you do?
So she texts her friend Stacy, who she knows works at the mall.
Yeah.
Just like, are you at work? Weird. The arcade is going crazy.
Super important fact. Stacy. 2 questions, I suppose. Is your phone on when you're at work?
Oh, at all times.
What is your message alert?
Oh dang, I can't do what I want to do. It sounds something like this.
If you do it off key, you can.
Boop boop be-doo dun dun.
That latest hit single out by JD, right?
It's like a weird part of a song I really like, but I didn't know how to crop it, so I just did a real bad job, and that's all that came out.
Fantastic. You get this message.
Like, it's the arcade. Like, what's happening at the arcade? Like, new game? Question mark?
Yeah. New game! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! But apparently just ate a dude.
Not real exclamation points, but exclamation point like emojis. and just like dizzy eye emoji and some like sparkles.
Stacy, at this moment, you look across your flock of ballet children. I'm not sure what they're called. What would we call a group of dancers? Does anyone know the plural term? I don't know.
A troupe, interestingly.
A troupe. Okay. And they're young, so maybe they're a mini troupe. You look across your mini troupe of dancers, and there is one sitting there. How best to describe this person? They're wearing what looks like a coarse brown cloak that covers their body entirely. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was like one of them Javas from that Star Wars movie that you watched the other week. You know, they're just sitting there, like not really dancing.
I like look at my phone and I guess I like put it down slightly and I'm like, hey there, you got your Halloween costume already on there? How's it, you feel like dancing maybe, or maybe not? Do you want to talk about it? How's it, what?
So the hood comes up and just a green light is inside the hood. It looks like someone set up like a jack-o'-lantern inside a hood, and it's just like just green light. And the cloak swooshes around you, and suddenly we're committing crimes because there's like 20 kids that are unattended.
Oh no! I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
And you too. Maybe you don't go through like a time tunnel. That's too video gamey. No, you're sliding down like this coarse brown material, sort of like the final scene of your favorite movie, Bush Hour, with Jackie Stan and Chris LeBock, when he falls down the thing at the end. So you're sliding down, and you two land in a forest next to a guy who you may know. Do you know each other?
Do we know each other?
No.
Oh, hi. What? Did you see how I just got here?
You fell from over there. I fell from over here.
I was just in the mall. Oh my god, the kids! Oh my god, I was taking care of kids! Oh no! And I start like trying to text Naomi. I'm like, Naomi, you need to go upstairs and get the kids! They're unsupervised.
No signal. None whatsoever. No signal. There's not even a singular bar. It's like networks don't exist.
You were dealing with kids. I was having a good time on the new game, and I was winning. I was doing really good.
Wait, were you in the arcade? My friend Naomi was totally there watching you.
Yeah, I was playing the new game. And the next thing I know, I go to grab the magic item like I was supposed to, and a greenish twirling color appeared, and here I was.
Oh my god, a green color totally pulled me here too.
Where are we?
Not the mall.
Dense loam, high trees. Where is this place? We'll find out shortly. Naomi! Naomi, there's no response from Stacy.
That's weird, because I know she's like glued to her phone.
Yeah, no response at all.
Is the arcade still like freaking out?
Yeah, people are freaking out. Like a janitor's come across now and gone, okay. And he's slapping a out of order sign on the machine and like, don't worry, it's a brand new game. We've got support. Maybe they'll put a patch out in a couple of days. You know, Andy's sort of like, oh man, I really wanted to play that game. Damn.
Yeah, seriously. So once the janitor passes, Naomi is gonna kind of walk up to the game and sort of tap on the screen, see if anything happens.
Naomi, this machine broken? Question mark? You feel like you might be able to figure something out on it. Maybe if you just had a little fiddle, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a whole group of people looking at you, and you can see it's like, you know, one other person sitting there. They're a younger kid. You know the one that always hangs out at the arcade, the little weedy guy with the slick back hair. And he's like, you shouldn't fiddle with the machines when they put the sign on it.
You are right. Yeah. How about we all go play, you know, House of the Dead, House of the Undead. Yeah, let's go.
I wanted to play this game. I'm gonna wait here, right at the front of the queue.
It's broken.
What? You make me a negotiation check.
How do I do that?
You just go to the checks sheet on your page, and you find
Sure.
negotiation. In common checks, it is the fourth one on the right.
Okay. Cool. I don't even know where I put my roll 20. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you know. So 7 is it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's borderline. Even a kid could do better. These are literally how the results are evaluated in Ryutama, by the way. So it's pretty good, and he is a kid, so he's like, yeah, I guess I could spend some time playing House of the Undead. It's better than Bed Rising.
Yeah. And I there's nobody over there right now. They all freaked out about this game. You'll be right there. Here, I have an extra token. You want it?
Yes.
Here.
And he like takes the token and runs off towards House of the Undead. All right, yeah, I can like. You want a bit of privacy? I can totally cover for you, Naomi.
Sure. I mean, my dad's a tech guy, right? I can totally come up with something.
All right, look, and he just like pulls out like a pair of sunglasses, and is just like, all right, I've got your back. I'll be like a bouncer. This is cool.
Very convincing. Thank you.
Why don't you make me You have a choice of job knowledge or delicate work to try and figure out what's going on with this machine.
I think probably she doesn't actually know anything about it. She just kind of wants to see what happens when she fiddles with it. Mm-hmm. So I guess delicate work.
Okay. Oh, yeah, as good as a pro. You're like looking through the circuitry and stuff, and you can see that someone swapped out a capacitor for some like weird tube that's like glowing a weird pink color.
Okay.
Like an LED, but more strobing?
Oh. This is weird, Andy. Just...
Alright, no one's coming. It's totally fine.
Thanks. So, I'm gonna kind of disconnect this thing.
As you take this thing and touch it, the pink spreads out from the thing over your fingers. It's like covering your fingers like a latex glove. And it's like starts spreading up your hand.
Andy?
Up your arm.
Andy!
And as it gets to your elbow, it begins to fold out. Like an umbrella.
Oh, crap.
And like a Venus flytrap, it swallows you.
Ah!
You travel like you're encased in a bubble, you know, from the movie that the name I can never remember. You know, I'm a free person. I can't remember the name of the movie. I can remember it. It's Prisoner. We'll call it The Convict. That'll do. And you travel in a pink bubble, and the bubble pops. And you land in front of Stacy, whom you know well, and that guy who was playing the video game.
Naomi, what the heck?
When she appears, Lawrence just like steps back all of a sudden, trips and lands right on his butt, hands on his. He's going, "This can't be real. This can't be."
Stacy? Oh my god.
What did you also see like a weird green light?
No. I got eaten by a pink bubble.
Well, I mean, that sounds pretty cool and all, but like, what? We don't know how we got here. Did you see anything on your way over during your like whole teleportation thing? Was there anything that you like recognized?
I don't know. Was there?
You know
I was
what?
just in a pink bubble.
Perhaps if you have a very, very, very good memory, you might remember coming into the world. But let's say you don't, because most people can't remember that. I think it actually happens possibly before memory cells start being filled up. Or they get very short-term memory wiped, like the computers we all are. So no, it's kind of, it feels a bit like embryonic, the right word? I don't know. It's like
we were just birthed into this world.
The way you traveled here, no, Naomi specifically, it was like you were in one of those pods from Space Tricks. Where Bio takes on the mutants that are using people as flatteries?
Yeah. Totally. It was almost like being in the Space Tricks, guys.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of wicked cool.
I just saw this like weird little like Jawa type person, and then they turned out to be not a person but like light.
That's weirdly deep, I guess.
There is,
Where are we?
from the forest by a roar. A gigantic... Can I do this justice?
Please do it.
Sound. And the sound of a tree falling.
Is Lawrence still on his butt?
Yes, and he's scooting as fast as he can to
I'm reaching down and I'm like, get up, I think there's dinosaurs! We gotta
Should
go!
leave now.
I take Stacy's hand and I come to my feet and I start looking around and for the quickest direction to run in.
Yeah, can we run in the direction away from the dinosaurs?
The not dinosaur direction.
So, can we please get
Anti-dinosaur.
a condition check from everyone? Let's see how you fared from traveling through space, time.
Oof, not good.
Stacy not doing great.
Oh, dang, Lawrence.
Lawrence doing amazing.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, you know what? Normally it's 10 plus. Normally 10 plus, you get to choose a stat to increase. But considering you got an absolute critical success, Lawrence, I'm going to give it to you anyway. You can choose one dice to increase by one increment. So that is over on the stats page of your character sheet. You can see you've got strength D4, intelligence, whatever, dexterity, whatever. You can pop one of those up one increment.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, thank you, Hans, for pointing out, it does indeed seem that we have hit 10 retweets. Let's see, who was the 10th retweeter? It looks like it was Zira Nazir. Zira Nazir, I see you there in chat. Please type !roll to give me a chaos number to to use to build a story with these wonderful creators. Now, Naomi, unfortunately a critical fumble. First of all, everyone gets a fumble point. Everybody gets a fumble point. What can you do with fumble points? You can add these to your rolls later on. So you see in the checks page, next to all the checks, there's a little 0. If you have a fumble point, you can one time only use that fumble point to increase a check by 1. Okay?
Okay.
However, the rules specifically state that if a condition, if your condition is 2 or less, you faint.
Oh, cool.
So you get to choose injury, poison, exhaustion, or muddled.
I think muddled. I mean, I was just in the space tricks. Now I'm here.
Okay, please then on your stats page, change your muddled number to 4.
All right.
And we are running. Can I have, who takes the lead?
Not me.
I'm going to kind of pull that whole heroic mill and kind of stand back and let the girls go first and protect them from the dinosaur coming from behind.
Fantastic.
Is Naomi like up and like muddled doesn't mean she's like she didn't faint, you said, right?
No, she didn't. She is looking faint.
Okay.
I like put my
Naomi-
hands on both sides of Naomi's face and I'm like, come on, girl, you got this. We're gonna get away from this dinosaur, just like you said, anti-dinosaur. We're gonna do it. Come on.
Definitely. Yes. Okay.
So, we're gonna teach you a mechanic here. When people are doing things, you can help them to give them a +1 on their roll. We're going to post-roll give you a +1 to Naomi's condition check. Naomi, your condition is now free. You are not fainting, but you're still muddled. Okay. Since you're taking the lead, Lawrence, can I have a direction check, please?
Direction check.
Okay, cool.
You're rolling real good.
Yeah, 9. 9 is 9 pretty good, or is that as good as a pro? 9 is as good as a pro. Lawrence takes off, and Lawrence seems to just find a good route through the trees. You don't land in any swampy bogs. There's no quicksand. You find a good route, avoiding most problems.
My gaming experience.
There it is. You're just keyed in. Can everyone give me a travel check, please? Because the direction is great. The route is easy. Let's see how you all fare.
I'm so good at everything.
Hey, that was pretty good. 8 is good.
Okay. So we've got 2 there. One from you as well, please, Mark.
Holy dang! What the heck?
Okay, so the target number was only 4 to succeed on this check. But since we've got such amazing rolls, let's just check this out. So first of all, Stacy, you do track, right? You do ballet and stuff. You do track. You can tell because you're as good as a pro. You take off on a sprint, right? Naomi, an 8. It's pretty good. You're keeping up. You're able to keep up. You don't have the same form that Stacy has, but you're keeping up. Lawrence, however, take it in the lead.
Story of my life.
Lawrence scored probably famous in your town. So Lawrence is like steaming ahead away from this noise. And since we are in a chase, we should definitely have some chase music. Behind you, you can hear trees falling as you can hear the thump of a large creature like making its way through the undergrowth, and it's chasing you all. As you run, you are keeping ahead of it. But Stacy, you see that figure in brown robes sitting on a rock ahead.
Oh my god! You guys, it's the Star Wars person!
What?
Look over there! That's the not really a person, but the light person Star Wars character.
As soon as she starts screaming, I try to come to a screeching halt to see where she's pointing at.
Yeah, and you can see this little dude sitting on a rock.
Okay.
Hey, you! Hey! Why were you in my ballet class, and why did you pull me into the dinosaur forest?
These bright purple eyes, big on this, like, sort of ovular head, look up from under this cloak. It sort of looks like E.T. and Yoda, kind of, produced something here. And this creature points at you. Its finger is not extra long. And it just says, "You have been chosen." And it swooshes its cloak, and the brown lands on the rock, and cracks appear all over the rock. It seems significant. Like, Lawrence, your video game experience, this is telling you interactable item.
Yeah. First thing I do is I look for a stick on the ground. Just doesn't have to be a big one. I just need me a stick.
Sure. The closest thing that seems to fit that would be search for food.
Nope.
Yeah. So you do find a stick, okay? It's just about that long and kind of useless.
Nothing's useless.
To be seen.
Yeah. I will slowly move in the direction of where all the cracks appeared and hold my stick out in front of me, almost kind of like testing how much the elasticity of it is, and just moving real slow toward it to see what the cracks do and what he does.
The dude is gone.
Okay.
When he swished the cloak, he's pulling that magic stuff again, and he's out.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely go up there and take the stick and kind of just start poking at the cracks.
Yeah. Give me a hard exercise. If you'd found a better stick, I would have given you +1 for the stick. I'm not going to give you a +1 for the stick. The stick's awful. Okay, a 6. So, a kid could do better. So you're sort of like chipping away. You're realizing that the stick isn't great. If it had been a slightly better stick, you think it'd be pretty good, but this is a rubbish stick. And you sort of like slowly crumbling away bits of rock, and you can see like a little something in there. Maybe it's a gem or something, glowing green.
Okay. Well, I'll sit there and try to use my fingers like you would like a pair of tweezers and try to reach in and try to grab it and see if I can pull it out.
Stuck in the rock. What?
Dinosaur?
When I hear the word dinosaur, I look back over my shoulder at who said it. We got time. It's not on us yet.
Can I do a dinosaur check, please?
Yes, by all means. You can do a dinosaur check, which would be sense.
Oh, it's not perception?
I'll give you perception.
Thank you.
Okay. An 8's pretty good. You look around and you can see in the trees behind something is rustling the trees. It's going to be on you any second.
I grab Naomi and I put my arm in Naomi's arm and I point into the thing.
The trees part, and it does not reveal a dinosaur as you might have suspected. There is another individual in a much larger black cloak with a sort of large head looking disproportionate from his body. It sort of looks like it might be maybe made out of plastic, but it seems to be part of their body, as they have like a rhinoceros's head with a pterodactyl's beak. Yeah, picture that. And as they step out, they go, "No! Step away from the rock! It is ours!"
Being startled at this, Lauren just kind of rolls over to the side because he realized what just happened. It lands on his butt again and just starts trying to reach around where he's sitting to see if I can find like a loose rock of any size.
Naomi's gonna kick the rock.
Okay, so both of you, Naomi, I'll have a hard exercise and maybe a delicate work from Lawrence. Seems more video game-esque.
Naomi tries.
Oh boy. Okay. The delicate work, you are able to pry away a little bit more of this thing, and you can reveal another rock in there, which is also shining green, and another rock which is shining pink. Naomi, when you kick the rock, it really hurts your toe.
Ow!
These gems are calling to you. Stacy, Lawrence, and Naomi.
Do we like hear something? Like, does it sound like?
No, it's more like you're just drawn. You know, like like sometimes when, like seeing some pretty jewelry or the latest video game or maybe a brand new sound mixer or just the idea of Christmas. You're drawn to it.
I think that I have, and I sit there and I start trying to pry the green gem out that I first saw and try to go after it. And it's like, there's another green one in here and the pink one.
I try and like climb up on the rock and then like jump down, like jump on it, like so that I can just like hop on it.
Platformer
To,
double
like,
jump.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't roll this anymore. I can't have you failing anymore, so we're going to give you all of this. Thank you very much, VayD&D, for the donation there. You do have an advantage to give to a player of your choice. And thank you also to our retweeters who have got us up to 10 retweets. Zero Nazir rolled a 21. So, when you jump on the rock and these gems finally come free, it is an effect of this wild magic surge as a bolt of lightning strikes the rock right as Stacy lands on it. When you've all got contact with the rock, a bolt of lightning hits it, blowing you all back away from the shock, non-damaging. You're okay. With gems in hand. And the shockwave knocks over this large robed creature as well.
So he's like knocked down, and we're all holding like gems.
Sort of like knocked down, but doing the whole, thing, like getting back up.
Should we like take these and like go? Do you think?
Yep.
We should go.
Okay.
We're not ready to fight the big bad boss just yet.
Yeah, let's go. What do you mean fight the big bad boss? Why would we do that?
That's part of every video game, and obviously he's a boss.
But I wasn't playing a video game. Naomi, were you playing a video game?
I was watching him play a video game.
Oh my god, we're in a video game? Oh my
I
god,
think
can we
we
just
might
go?
be in a video game. Can we just... I didn't even get my boba tea.
That's terrible.
I quickly look around and try to find a path out of here.
Sure thing. Give me another direction check. On fire.
Except when it needs to be.
Except when it really needs to be, yeah. So you can see that there is another good path. Lawrence, clearly a very good directioneer, direction finder, pathfinder. That's the word. Not TM. And you can find this path again. Let's have some more travel checks if we'd like to run. Oh my days. Oh my. So as good as a pro there from Lawrence. Maybe that initial adrenaline's calmed down. But Stacy, your roll is pretty damn good. So good that you are gonna accidentally transform.
Oh no.
How does this look?
How do I accidentally transform? I guess I'm like holding the gem and I like go to like run and I put like my everything to it, and on one step I'm just Stacy, the student dance instructor, and then on the next step I'm like there's like that like almost like stepping in like, and you see sort of like from the visual of the camera almost like, you know, like it sort of spreads across the body, and Stacy I guess is in like a green bodysuit like with like boots with like wings on the bottom of them, and like really like gloves that are like bigger than the rest of the form-fitting outfit, I would say.
Anime-ish gloves.
Yeah, like
Come on, how does your face look?
Oh god, I hadn't thought of this.
Yeah.
It's very like angular, and I think there's also some like flares. So there's like a set of flares by the eyes and a set of flares going back, and there's a place for her high ponytail coming out. And then so I think she like literally takes one step as Stacy and then takes the next step and is a green ranger. Sorry, a green trooper.
There we go, yes. A completely non-copyrighted green trooper.
And is just like, okay.
And Stacy, like space tricks, you know Kung Fu. What does the green gem gift you?
As in what items?
No, what kind of martial arts?
Oh, God.
You can be like a wrestler, you can take
The
something
dance-
from an animal.
Dance aerobics.
Dance aerobic. Fantastic. So you know the Kung Fu of dance aerobics. You know how to dance circles around people until they do something. You are, yes.
There you go.
Ballerina.
Ballerina.
Officially a ballerina.
Yes.
Yes. Seeing this, Naomi and Lawrence, you'll see Stacy streak ahead, and suddenly she's wearing this green jumpsuit. She sort of looks like she's either joined a motorcycle gang or the Lycra Squad or something. Who knows? But it happened very suddenly.
I do that thing, you know, where like you're running too fast, you run too far, and I literally like catch my heels in and do like like skid to a stop and like turn around and stand there. You guys, I think we're definitely in a video game.
Girl, I don't know what you did, but it works.
Lawrence, as soon as she says video game, where Lawrence goes, yeah!
And Lawrence, as you cheer, yeah, you see a green, oversized mushroom on the floor that says 1 up on it.
Okay.
We're in a video game.
Yep. So, 1 up, so that's the leveling. So I reach down and grab it and say, here, you've leveled up.
As soon as you grab it, you transform. How does this look? Tell us. Walk us through it.
Well,
It doesn't have to be the same. Doesn't have to be the same as Stacy's costume at all.
Nope. It's like as I extend it out to you, all of a sudden it just like kind of breaks into like what you've seen whenever you stepped on a mushroom before, and it kind of turns into that powder puff. It just kind of opens up, engulfs me, and as it kind of starts fading away, I've got like a high collar cape on, but my helmet almost looks like one of those fishbowl type helmets where it comes up, where most of the backside is metal, but the whole face of it is glass, except for like a green stripe right down the center of it. And then it just kind of falls into a kind of a leathery type jacket the cape comes over in a leather shirt, but then the pants are cloth and the boots are cloth as well, but they end up like in a hard soles and stuff.
Fantastic.
Combination of green and black mixed down.
Oh yeah, it's metal. It's pretty metal. And you also know Kung Fu. What do you what style? What shape does your kung fu take?
Well, big fan of the whole drunken master type karate show that was out there. So kind of look kind of silly, kind of bobbing around. The head bobs around and everything, almost like a fish in a fishbowl, kind of bouncing around.
Fantastic, yeah. Immediately you know how to incorporate the ways of the sway to avoid most blows and deal damage back and possibly play the flute depending on how you're feeling. Naomi.
I look down at the pink orb in my hand,
And
I'm like, oh, is it my turn?
the pink orb glows for a second and then stops glowing and begins to break in your hands.
Oh,
It crumbles, revealing a bright pink SIM card.
oh,
Oh.
great. So I popped that in my phone.
And as you pop the SIM card into your phone transforms into a weapon, and you transform. Tell us what both of those things look like.
Okay, so my phone kind of extends into a sort of short sword type of thing. It is extremely sparkly, has a lot of like floral patterns like on the blade and stuff. It looks very, very cool. And Naomi, kind of as the SIM card goes in, there's kind of like a flash of like pink sparkly light, and she has very quickly a tight pink suit similar to Stacy's suit, but hers has like a sparkly little like skirt and hood with it, like kind of toolish sparkly, like a hood and a little skirt.
Fantastic. And you too know Kung Fu. What do you know?
Probably Natalie does not know a lot of Kung Fu, but I'm sure Naomi knows plenty of about like keeping people off of her, like more defensive style. But she can like defend herself with this little short sword kind of thing as well.
Yeah, okay. You know the way of the defensive short sword, the stay away from me martial art, the I don't want to talk to you back of the hand, you know, all of that stuff. Yeah, that is the martial art that you've picked up and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Great. The creature behind you goes, "No! They've already bonded!" And grey men appear around you. And we're gonna go into a combat. Hang on a second. Do I have any music for a combat? Is this music for combat? Maybe. That'll do. Yeah. As these like grey men, I'm wearing grey. What a coincidence. Start like come in and start like running up. Okay. So we are each gonna roll initiative. Now, initiative is important. Because not only does initiative affect which order we all go in, it also affects your HP for the fight. I think. No, your defense, your accuracy score to hit for the fight. Okay, so it's like you're rolling your turn order and your AC all in one roll here. Okay, and I need a pen and paper. Can we all find initiative? It's in the common checks. Oh. Very
Oh,
nice.
dang.
Very nice, Naomi.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for being muddled.
Yeah. That's super good.
Sure, that was in there still.
14, 10, and oh, Stacy.
Listen, I did one good thing and I'm done.
Okay, we're gonna say there's 6 grey men that have appeared.
Is the muddled, does that affect here? It says supposed to lower intelligence die size, but it doesn't look like it did it for my roll.
I think I don't think it lowers your die size. Does it lower your die size or does it just -1? Oh, it does lower your die size. Oh, that's
yeah,
weird.
there's no negatives on it at all. So I'll tell you what. Roll me 1d8 and we'll swap the. Oh, wait, 1d6 and we'll swap the 7 for whatever you roll.
But
Slash first. Okay, not so good. So
that makes more sense, though.
it makes a 9.
Still better than me.
Okay, so now the fun thing about Ryutama is we get to build the battle arena together. So we're in a forest setting with like some rocks and things around, okay? This is very much like a JRPG, okay? So you know like Final Fantasy VII where you have a back row and a front row, okay? So you can choose which row you are in on your side. The enemies, there's 3 in the front row and 3 in the back row. And also, we get to build the items around the arena together. Now, since there's only 4 of us, we're each going to describe 2 items, okay? I'll give an example. There's going to be some vines hanging down from a nearby tree, which could be used in combat. Any of these items used in combat will give you a +1 to your accuracy check. So, Jess, give us an item.
I want to say that little dude that showed up and did like a flourish and then like disappeared. Like there's still like a cloak on the ground. There's like.
Fantastic. A cloak on the ground. Yeah, sure. 1 cloak.
1 cloak, please.
1 cloak. Monk, give us an item.
Let's. Bunch of loose gravel and stuff like that on the ground.
Loose gravel, love it. And Nerdly.
There's a branch, the large stick that Lawrence was looking for earlier and couldn't find.
Yeah, and now that there's no roll required, you're like, oh, here's one. Second turn around, I'm gonna say there is a small lizard. Jess.
A puddle.
A puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Monk.
Let's say like the bark of a tree has fallen off and there's like a piece of large bark on the ground there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Large piece of bark. And Nerdly.
There's a handful of berries on a bush.
Berries on a bush. Now, the Grey Men don't roll. Enemies in this game have fixed initiatives and therefore fixed accuracies, so I don't accidentally overpower and kill you all. There are 6 of them though, in the front row and the back row. So they're gonna be going on their turn. But first, it is Lawrence's turn. Lawrence, what do you do as these people rush forward, clearly with the intention to do kung fu battle?
I start charging them and kind of just do that whole act like I'm going to fall and just kind of roll onto the ground. And as I come up, 2 hands straight up into the guts of the closest ones.
By all means, by all means. We didn't talk about where we are. I'm guessing you're in the front row.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There we go. So then, in the inventory page, you should have a weapon. Roll us an accuracy using that weapon. You're looking to beat their initiative. Which, since we're playing quite openly today, I will reveal as 6. 6 is your target number. As you come up, the emerald dagger is in your hand, and you make a solid hit. If next to that, you should see a dice roll for damage. Oh, critical damage. Lawrence, one of these grey men is going to be wiped out in one attack. Tell us, how does this look?
I basically hit him, and then as I hit, the emerald dagger just kind of pulsates, and as the green leaves the dagger, it turns him green, and he just kind of puffs into like a thing of green powder puff, and then just kind of falls to the ground.
Falls to the ground. There you go. Done. Next in the initiative order is the muddled Nerdily. Still, not the muddled Naomi. Sorry, Nerdily isn't muddled. I apologize. The muddled Naomi. Muddled, but still rolling higher than Stacy.
Okay, so.
By the way, also earlier on, Mirror's Shadows gifted you an advantage. So if you aren't happy with your accuracy roll, you can roll again.
Oh, okay.
Where are you? Front row or back row?
I would say I'm probably in the back row.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to do something to help out the others rather than like going up right away and attacking.
Okay.
So I am going to look at the lizard. Do I recognize anything about the lizard?
It's a small lizard. It looks kind of slimy, maybe a little prehistoric. It looks like you could maybe figure out a way to use this to give yourself +1 to your accuracy roll.
Okay.
Through pure inventiveness.
Sure, I'll try to figure out a way to use the lizard by making the ground in front of one of the bad guys a little slipperier with how slimy it is.
Okay, so, you can use this action to help one of your friends. Let's talk about actions in combat. That'd be a good thing to do. I've just plunged you all into it. I'm sorry. So, your first action is you can move. You can switch from the back row to the front row. Obviously, on your first turn, you don't need to do that because we're just saying, I'm here. You can use you can use the turn to assess the situation, which lets you re-roll your initiative, but it's the only action you can take, Stacy. You can use your turn to defend, which means you can be focused on defense. The damage you receive is reduced by 1, and you can choose to take a hit for a teammate. Okay? You can also use magic, or of course, hack. If you want to, you can you can make a feint. You can make an accuracy check, okay? And you can gift them -1 to their initiative. Which it sounds like this could be what you're trying to do with the lizard.
That's what I'm trying to do with the lizard.
Okay. So maybe as you throw it at them or something, how are you you're trying to make it slippery? So
yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I don't want them to stand on the lizard. That'd be cruel. So the lizard slips between their feet. Make us that accuracy check. That's in your inventory.
Oh, in my inventory. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that beats their accuracy. So one of the Grey Men's initiative is reduced by 1, making them even easier to hit. We're going to say it's one of the ones in the front row. Okay?
Okay.
So, Stacy, you rolled the same initiative as the Grey Men. Because I am a kind and benevolent Ryujin, I'm going to let you go first.
How did you say I reroll initiative?
You can spend your turn to assess the situation.
Okay, yeah, so I'm thinking what this looks like is like because I was booking it ahead and I had that amazing transformation and then I kind of just like froze and was like, what the heck? And I'm still standing, I guess, towards the back and I'm just like, what? even is going on here? And I just want to like look around and figure out. And also I'm patting myself to see if like I have like a weapon or something. I'm like, do I have what are we doing?
You will have the weapon that you came with your character sheet, whatever that is. You will find that, but roll us your initiative.
Okay. Come on. 9.
9.
Better than 6.
Yeah. Yes, better than 6. So, and that means you are harder to hit now, which is handy because the first grey man rushes towards you.
I try and pirouette away.
Well, we shall see.
Come on, dance skills. Yeah.
They roll a 6.
Oh
It misses.
that would have hit me, wouldn't it have?
It would have done, yes.
Oh god.
Well played with the changing initiative. GG. The next one, seeing Lawrence dispatch one of their people, is going to do a front flip and like then a weird low crawl thing where it looks like it's got spaghetti legs and try and sweep your legs out, going blow. But a 7 will not hit you. How do you evade this attack, Lawrence?
As he uses his spaghetti leg attack, I basically jump up and roll across his back to be right behind him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next, the people in the back row, they're sort of taking more ranged attack options. So one of them is going to reach for the vines and attach a rock to it. And they're going to use the vine to slingshot the rock at Stacy. And this will give them a +1 to their accuracy roll. Can I do a +1? Let's see. An 8 does not hit you, Stacy. You evade the rock. Naomi, this one just uses a regular pebble. It's just going to pick it up and throw it at you. A 6 won't hit you. These guys can't roll for toffees. And the last one is going to pick up a short piece of flint and try and throw it. It's like a long piece. They're going to try and throw it more like a small spear at Lawrence. A 10 hits! A 10 hits. So, in comes the damage. It's going to be... Please take 4 points from your health. Your health is on the stats page, top left.
Okay.
And we go back to the top of the round with Lawrence. Lawrence, it's your turn.
Since I'm standing right behind that one guy, I'm going to sit there and just use both my hands and just come down the back of his neck and try to just kind of like do a pile driver to the back.
Hell yeah. Give me an accuracy check. 4 + 4 - 1. 7. So that's going to be a hit. This is actually the one that Naomi made easier to hit. So this is a solid hit. Give me that damage roll. Oh my god, another critical damage. Lawrence has just taken names. Lawrence, this is gonna take this person out of the situation. How does it look?
On this one here, as I hit him, he just kind of like turns into putty and just goes straight to the ground and just kind of spreads out like a liquid across the ground and dissipates.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like mud into a swamp. Dissipates out. That's 2 out of 6 down. Next, we'll say Stacy because Naomi is muddled because of your stasis effect. So Stacy, you are now second thanks to your initiative reroll.
Okay, so I like did a pirouette and like dodged to get out of the way, and then as I'm like flipping around, I'm like, what the heck is this? And I have a bow, and I'm like, okay, and I take it and I like push as I'm like prepping to like launch with it, I also like splash in the puddle, to like knock the water in like the one's face in front of me.
That gives
And
you
then
a +1.
and then I shoot it.
Sure, so put a +1 in your accuracy check box and then give me
Boom.
an accuracy roll.
Oh, come on.
That's not bad. That's not bad. So that will be a solid hit. Roll me a damage roll. Okay, 4 damage. You reduce this person to like maimed. You know, they're looking critical. Where do you hit them? How does it look?
I probably like I've never used a bow before, so it's probably like and I like fling it, and I'm like it hits them maybe like in the shoulder, and I'm like, oh sorry, are you okay?
Important question. Holding the bow
Yeah.
like this, or gangster style?
I don't know if I've figured that out yet. It's probably like half it. It's probably like, yeah, it's probably like diagonal because I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, we'll say it hits him in the shoulder.
But when I like flipped it to splash in the puddle, it was fancy because it was like, it was
so
much more
fancy.
acrobatic at that point.
Oh yeah, like the acrobats bit you've got great, you know? And it hits this person in the shoulder, and for a second it looks like they know acrobatics as they jump backwards in this Banari style flip. But instead of landing it, they land on the ground. As you can tell, it's the force of the bow, a completely involuntary action from them, but they're sitting on one knee, the very image of a 1 HP enemy.
Oh, dang.
Were they in the back row or the front row?
I think they were in the back row.
In the
I think
back
they were
row.
like further away.
Okay. So there's one in the back row that looks heavily damaged. Naomi, your turn.
Okay, could you repeat the actions?
Of course I can, of course. So we have the standard attack action. We also have moving, switching from the back row to the front row. Magic, you can cast any spells with a casting time of normal or instant. Assess the situation to re-roll your initiative. Excuse me as I stop hiccuping. That's done. You can defend, so you can spend turn focused on defense. Your damage is reduced by 1, and you may choose to take a hit for a teammate. You can also attack, which is your weapon versus their initiative.
I'm gonna defend.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you can totally do that. So you defend. How does this look? What does the defense look like?
So,
You can totally pretend you know Kung Fu. If you want to throw in any arm movements or anything, we're here for it.
so I'm gonna kind of like spin the blade around, and it, the rose blade, and it kind of glitters as it spins, and sort of strike a cool pose, like in front of, sort of in front of Lawrence, who got hit last time.
Okay, so you can now choose to take hits for your teammates. I think you can only do that once. We'll see how that feels. I think you can only do it once before your next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome in, Mix-a-Lot. It's been a while since we've seen you. Let's see. We've used the puddle, the lizard, and the vines. Okay, my turn. The grey man at the back, who is looking really damaged. They're going to scrabble around on the ground. They're using the search action to add another item to the field, and what they're going to find is another stone that almost looks like a gem, but it's grey, and they're trying to take power from it, but it's not working. So there's now a gemstone on the field as well. The person in the front row is going to run away from Lawrence. They don't want any of what's going on there, and they're going to try and attack Naomi instead. Naomi. A 6 will not hit you. So you described this. You took the action to defend, right? How does this look?
So, I do another cool, like, kind of swinging the sword and, like, rotating away from what they're doing. Mostly just for bling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
and as you like swing the sword, they like bounce off it and end up doing a flip as well. They don't take any damage, but you know, they end up like landing. Maybe they land clumsily on their feet. You know, they all look like they don't really know how to use a human body. You know, like the sort of like not knowing how to use a human body that looks like it requires a lot of dexterity. You know what I mean? They don't just look clumsy. They look like they've
Artfully clumsy.
double jointed with, I don't know, acrobatic poise. Great. Back row time. The two remaining in the back row are going to throw things. One is going to throw something at Stacy. They're going to take the berries, and they're going to throw the berries for a +1 to their initiative roll.
I'm not hungry. No, thank you.
A 7 does not hit you.
Not today.
Remember, Naomi, you may call out for your stand in defense at any time. So the last one is going to try and throw a rock, just a regular rock at Lawrence. An 11. An 11 will hit. So
I'll take it.
Naomi dives in the way. And Naomi, you are going to take the damage, which is 1d6. 6 points of damage, but you took the defense action. So that's only 5 points of damage.
Only 5.
Your health
Okay.
is on your stat sheet on the top left.
Okay. That hurt.
Okay.
Alright.
Back to the top of the round. Lawrence, it's your turn.
Okay, so I've dispatched 2 on the front row.
Oh yeah, there's 1 left on the front row.
Okay. I will
Important note,
basically.
if you're on the front row and using melee, you have to take out everyone on the front row before you can
Yes.
start attacking people in the back row. It's just
Okay.
like a JRPG, you know.
Okay. Well, then I will. Actually, yeah. Then I'll reach over and grab. I'll basically jump, and as I do, I hit my hands on the ground, and as I come up over with my feet, both feet to his chest, and try to put.
Hell yeah. Give us the accuracy roll. Oh boy! Critical hit! Hang on, what happens on a critical hit? What happens on a critical hit? On a critical hit, the attack takes full dice damage, which, to be fair, is what you've been rolling anyway. But it means you don't have to roll the damage on this one. They're going to take full damage. You are wiping out a third person on this turn. As it connects, what happens?
As my feet goes through it, I just kind of like, you know how they do in some of those anime shows where the guy kind of flies and hits the guy? Well, I hit him and he just goes like poof, and I fly through him and land up on my feet and then drop to that whole knee and hand situation and look back over my shoulder.
Oh yeah, hero stance. And the grey men are like literally trying to swarm away from you, you know. They don't want any of this that's going on here. But it's starting to look pretty good on our end. In fact, we're going to change the music a little bit. We're going to take a risk and play that one. Is that menacing? It's a little bit menacing. We'll go back to the startup tune. Y'all are winning. Okay, after Lawrence, we have Stacy.
Okay. So, where, so I hit the guy at the back last time. Are there any dudes like directly in front of me still, or no?
So these guys are in the back row. Because you've wiped out the front row, everyone in the front row can now attack them, but you can, with the bow, you can attack anyone in any space.
Okay. Fudge. Okay. I'm gonna... I love that I've claimed that I'm a dancer and I don't know dance at all, so I wanna... I just, like, go to move forward slightly and I just do a small somersault in from the ground, this time sideways, because I'm on the ground, so I can't go up, down. So I unintentionally had to do it the cool way, and now I let go of my bow again. I try. Unintentional coolness, go!
Hey, unintentional coolness is very successful. Give us a damage roll.
Oh my god!
Were you aiming at the same one?
I'm aiming at the same guy! I'm aiming at the same guy!
If you don't mind, I'd like to take the description of this one. As you loose the arrow, it looks amazing. The accuracy is just right. You do the flip and everything, but this limp arrow gently sails through the sky and sort of gently bonks them, and it's just enough for them to like ripple and like sort of dissolve slowly. But the whole thing is kind of a bit anticlimactic.
Oh, hey, you guys, I got one!
Oh my god, good job!
Thanks!
Lauren just throws the whole thumb up over his shoulder. Good one!
Yeah! This is going really well, you guys!
Naomi, your turn.
Okay, ooh, dear. Defending was very effective, but maybe a little too effective. Okay. So I am going to try to attack one of the baddies in the back row.
Fantastic.
And so I do...
Mechanically, we need an accuracy check, but we all need to know how this looks, Naomi.
Okay. So, accuracy check. So I have just, like, taken that rock hit. But I kind of recover from that and do some more cool whirling of the sparkly blade and kind of come up and slash it across the chest of one of the gray guys.
Okay, now a 5 will not be enough to hit. I don't suppose you used any of them items on the floor, did you? Any of them items to give you a little +1?
I totally did not, but I could have. Yes, I did, totally. I threw the branch at them first.
Distracted by the branch, they think that's your attack. They turn their attention away, thinking that you will be defending for the whole fight. They don't seem the brightest, these grey men that turn to gloop. And you are able to hit them. Roll us a damage check.
Yay. Whew.
Critical damage! How does this look?
Very glittery. So, like, kind of coming down across that, I kind of almost cut him in half, sort of, as he kind of turns into goo.
Fantastic. And yeah, as he cuts in half and sort of like splits apart, like that scene from the Shermanator 2, and he sort of just splits down and is gone. There's only one grey man left. And this grey man is looking at you all, and by this point I imagine you've sort of like triangled around him, and he's looking for a way out. Simultaneously, you hear from a slight distance away, you can see a cave in a rocky wall, which you hadn't noticed before, but it's there now. And you can hear, "Aha! At last I have found your lair, Kaiju Ryujin!" And the little person goes, "No, you are not the chosen one." And it sounds like something is going on over there. But we are going to get back to that after our break. Okay, so we are going to take a 5-minute break, everyone. Please use this time well. Go and get yourselves a bio. Go and, have a drink, stretch your legs a little bit, tell your wife you love her. That's what I'm going to do. And do all the things. We'll be right back after the break. See you. Welcome back, everyone. Today's break is brought to you by Asda's Free From section, which enables me to eat cookies without having to suffer consequences later. So thank you very much, Asda. Right. The scene. Stuff going on in the cave. The big bad talking to the big good. And one last grey person in the ring here. That last grey person... Asda is the UK's Walmart. Same chain. The last grey person is going to lunge towards one of you and try to bite you. I think we'll go for Stacy. Where have I put my rolls? Over there. An 8. It does not hit you with its bite.
Nice.
Back to the top of the round. Lawrence, your turn.
I reach down, I grab that bark nearby me, and as I'm swinging, I'm saying, "Let's see if my bark is better than your bite." Bam!
Oh, it's not.
No,
it's
nope.
not. The bark limply flops off, and unfortunately, the creature just sort of like absorbs it, maybe, and is. Bleh.
Now, is this one of those points where you can use that fumble point that you gave us and redo this?
Hey, not redo, but you could add it on. Let's see, with the thing that's 4, even with a fumble point, this wouldn't hit.
Okay.
I'm afraid 2 2s is just too low of a roll. However, you can use a fumble point to add +1.
Okay.
So who's next? Stacy.
Okay. So I'm gonna like charge. Actually, I'll just do another somersault. I'll just flip on the ground again because it's apparently my version of movement. I'm gonna grab that cloak that I saw on the ground, and I'm gonna like hold it, push it up to the next guy that's there, and I'm gonna grab. I also have a dagger apparently, and I'm gonna stab through the cloak and be like, "How about a little cloak and dagger?" and try and do that. 7, 8, 9, 10.
There's your solid hit. Okay, give me some damage.
Oh wait. Okay.
Oh.
2 points. 2 points.
Oh. Turns out this last grey man is quite good.
Oh.
Naomi, you see this dagger sort of like nick this creature. Like they're sort of flopping around a little bit. They look hurt, but not like that hurt, you know. What would you like to do?
I really want to go help the guy in the cave, so I'm gonna just like try and hit this one too and see if we can get this out of the way.
Get things done, yeah. Three plus 2 minus 1 is a 4. Unfortunately, that is not good enough.
No, and my fumble won't help either, so...
No. This creature is very, very tricksy. It could be that these creatures were a delaying tactic, and this one is trying to its deft to delay you as long as possible, as it's going to spin around, snatch up the gemstone, and try to thrust it into Stacy's face, right where the helmet is, right there.
Hey!
What am I doing here? Oh yeah, I remember. The buttons.
Oh, yep.
I hit you.
You hit me in the face. That's what I get for
6 points of damage. 6 points of damage.
Ouch.
As this
my.
gem hits you, and where maybe under the helmet where the gemstone hit, you have a bit of a shiner.
Oof. Oh my god. How am I gonna explain this later?
You got a young student was twirling around and popped you in the eye.
We'll get you some of that good foundation at Mephora.
Thank gosh for Mephora. It's gonna fix my forehead too. So
Lawrence, this creature hasn't got much in it. You must be able to hit it this time.
Yeah, if I still have that bark on me, I'm just going to bring it down like a table on top of them. Whack!
This is the thing. Once you've used things, they get used up. So the only item still left around is the loose gravel.
Okay. Then I'll just reach down there and do a backflip, and as I'm coming up, I'll just use the rocks like a shower and just try to come up and catch them with it.
Sure thing.
So that's inventory. So when I do that, you said I get a +1?
Yeah, whatever your modifier is, because you're using the gravel, you can increment it by 1.
Okay, so that goes there. There we go.
Oh my days, that's a huge hit. Huge hit. This thing has evaded for a long time, but you've caught it out. You only need to score 3 damage. That's all we need in damage.
Come on.
How does this look?
You know how like when somebody shoots a shotgun through a piece of metal and it just has all the lights coming through it and the lights kind of shine through it?
Uh-huh.
The pebbles go up through him, just creating all kinds of little holes all the way through him. And he just kind of just falls over.
Yep. And just the holes grow until this creature falls apart like confetti on the ground, molding with the earth again. Like putty. Y'all have taken out the grey men. You can hear Kaiju Ryujin and this villainous villain over towards this stone wall.
Okay, we defeated the Goopy guys. Now we have
Time
to
to
go
go help.
save. Yeah. Even if he did transport me unrequested to this location, we should still probably go help him, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really kidnapping, but yeah, we should help.
Okay.
I mean, this is so awesome. It's like living the video game. You can't ask for more than this.
Yeah, say that
Lawrence
to the
just takes
bruise
off.
on my forehead. Let's go.
Lawrence takes off in that direction of the cave.
Yeah. As you head into the cave, it is a short tunnel that leads down to a large empty area where you can see this small person in the cloak facing up to the to this large bad rhinoceros pterodactyl, sort of more of a poncho, I guess.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah.
There we go. Very nice.
And you will probably at some point get to tear another rhinoceros, but right now they're sort of where is it? It should be here. And the guy Julian's like, you were not chosen. You will never find our secrets. And he turns and sees you entering. And is like, no, not the Super Troopers.
Stop
and
right there!
He's gonna take a very cliche pellet from his pouch and throw it on the ground so smoke fills the room. And when the smoke is dissipated, he is gone. And the music's gonna calm down.
Are you okay, mysterious cloaked light green person?
I am. Thank you for coming to my rescue. It seems the gemstones have chosen new champions.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know about this color. I mean, typically I would go with something else, but I mean, otherwise the form fittingness is really nice, and I do think it's kind of flattering, and we do all look really good. And like, Stacy just looks over and nods at Naomi and Lawrence, like, we do look really good.
Oh, this is epic. If I could just wear this all the time, I would be a hit with all the girls.
You must keep your powers a secret, for no one can know. The gems have chosen you to defend the planet from great evil. Come with me. I will see about getting you back to your own timelines. You
Oh,
can
that would be great.
You can transform back to normal at any time. Just
Yeah,
click,
going back would be great because I left 20 children unattended.
click the bump. Click your little on your belt. There's a little clicker. Just click it.
But
on the belt.
that's just to go back to the outfit. outfits.
Yeah, that's
from
just
before.
yeah. You can. I mean, you can stay in if you like the outfits. You can stay in the outfits. Come with me. And he goes back to this rock and puts his hands on seemingly a rock that looks the same as all the others. But as he puts his hands on it, he just passes through.
So I reach up and kind of like.
And Lawrence, your hand goes through the wall.
I look back at the girls and it's like, come on, if we can actually pass through this one.
Okay.
Still like suspiciously, still just like touching it first. Like,
And on the other side, when I see that hand kind of do this here, come on through.
ah!
So and you pull through into a large room which might be affected by a wild magic surge. Thank you very much for bumping up to 20 retweets. That Kayla person, please type !roll in chat to trigger the wild magic surge. This room has high-tech things all over it. Wires everywhere. Lots of lights that go rrrr, and noises that go bloop and things. And they rolled an 80. Thank you.
The bloops sound really important.
They are. On top
They're like
of...
bubbling colored liquid.
Yes.
So important.
The color of that liquid is vermilion.
That's
you can't,
it. That's it.
You can't make this stuff up. Okay? The wild magic surge gifted super heroism. You can't make this up, right? Like, what are the chances of that? In this room, the secrets of the gems are in here. They choose champions from every time to serve, protect the world from evil. You say you are looking after children. Surely that is why the gems chose you. Such honorable profession.
Okay. You know, that's not something anyone's ever called me before, but all right, I'll take it. Thanks.
And the rest of you must also have long and venerable heritages, which gifts you the ability to have been chosen. The gems always choose well.
I was just fast with my fingers on the keyboards.
Ah, but I bet you must be greater at it than anyone else in your town.
I've been told I was pretty good.
Now, trying to get you back home, I have a temporal transmitting device here at the back of the cave. If you stand on these platforms and wear these bracelets...
Ooh, more jewelry?
Yes, unfortunately, we can't do anything except for these garishly large bracelets in the color of your gem.
Oh no, Chunky's in this season. That's perfect.
Okay, we couldn't sell any of them online, but I'm glad you like them.
You gotta get an Etsy shop. That's the way to go these days. That's what I just did.
Yeah, people want to know it's like homemade. That's the key.
Facebook Trader, is that not... eBay Store, is that not a thing anymore?
You know.
I'll try and sell them again in 2004. Maybe then things are more popular then. Okay. If you stand on the temporal transmitter and press button 1, you will go back to your own time. If you press button 2 anywhere in the world, you will return to this secret location, which even the evil Dr. Noose cannot find. Who was that person you just saw outside? He sometimes talks in rhymes, not today.
The Terra Rhinoceros?
Right? Tyrannosaurus noose?
Yes, yes, that is, yes. There could be good Tyrannosaurus out there, but this is not one of them.
And what about the goopy guys?
Ah, yes, manifestations of evil spreading throughout time. Ancient warriors or creatures from the far future brought here to fight until they are defeated and returned to their own time by the temporal goop putty.
Yeah, they were real gross. Ugh, goop. Who wants that? Okay.
I knew that was pretty cool back there.
Yes, I watched your fight. You, Lawrence, you dispatched 4 or 5 of them by yourself. Most impressive.
Well, thank you. They helped.
Indeed.
How gentlemanly.
Thanks, Lawrence. I mean, you did do most of the work.
Yeah,
We
but
each got one, right? Right.
Yeah,
right.
we did.
yeah. I got my 4, y'all got your 1 each, so we did good.
Yeah. You know, it's not like we woke up today knowing we were going to find goopy guys, so I feel like we all did pretty good.
Yeah, I got up this morning wanting to play the video game, and now I get to live the video game.
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
really exciting.
Terrifying. Mostly.
Yeah, exciting for you, I feel like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
Yeah. I don't want to go back.
So, as with all gifts, there are sometimes slight catches. This is very new technology. We were trying to sell them because they don't work the best. Okay, they're very good at time transport, but their space transport can be a little bit off. They're very good at bringing you to the transmitter. Always land right on the transmitter pad, nice solid target throughout time and space, but going back can maybe displace you up to 100 meters in any direction from where you started.
Oh, that's not good. Everyone knows there's that cavernous hole right by the mall.
Well, I really hope you don't roll a fumble. But there is...
Giant sinkhole.
Oh, yeah, I know. The town's been really meaning to fix that sinkhole.
There is, at a university in your timeline, a scientist known as...
Come on, spit it out.
Dr. Violet, who can maybe help us develop our technology even further and unlock even more potential from the gemstone's power. You should seek her out.
Where can we find her?
I believe she majors in chemistry.
Okay, so a chemistry professor, doctor at the university will know all about our time travel martial arts suits.
Not yet, but I believe they have the knowledge to learn and develop. They are about to invent
Okay.
temporal communication.
We have to tell Dr. Violet that time travel exists. Okay.
Yes, they are right on the verge of discovering that they can... right on the verge of discovering that they can send messages through time to tell people when they're late, before they're late, even though they tell them they're late after they've already forgotten their appointments. It's going to be a revelation.
That's so handy. You know how many things I'm late for? And then I'm so late that I can't, message them that I'm late until I'm already too late. And then,
Unfortunately,
it's so uncomfortable.
Unfortunately, her prototype won't be bought by anyone who believes her for another 20 years. But hang in there. You will have that you'll have that in the future.
But I need that technology today.
Yeah, got all of our hopes up for sleeping in late, running late, and all stuff, and now you just poof.
Oh my god, in 20 years, I'm gonna be more than 30. Ugh.
Oh my god, that you might as well be a million.
Ugh.
In truth, she kind of messes up time in the future, but We won't dwell on it. She takes 20 years to develop the temporal link. Thank you very much for the raid, everyone. Welcome in. She takes 20 years to develop the temporal link thing, and then it takes another 20 years for people to actually believe her and buy it. And then, she kind of gets she's getting on. She doesn't really get to enjoy it, so she decides before she croaks she's going to go back to this time and tell herself how to make it. And so she kind of is breaking time, but we don't care about that. What we care about is her brain. So go and find her, and she'll fix everything.
Okay, so she's not a future baddie. We don't need to stop her or anything like that. We're just gonna
Not yet, anyway.
Temporal diffraction and refraction makes it difficult to tell, but I'm a solid 50% sure that she's probably a good guy.
So we could flip a coin on if this is a goodie or a baddie, is what you're saying here.
Everyone has the potential.
Greatness and madness are two sides of the same coin.
You know what? Maybe if we're all just really super nice to her, she'll stay super good. And maybe if we're just really positive about this and tell her yeah, your invention is awesome. And maybe it'll go really well for her, and then therefore for us too.
And we can tell her that with her invention, when she screws up, she can go back and fix the screw up and come back and fix it again. And
yeah, who knows how it works? So let's just say that.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Could be true, could be not true. Who knows? Doesn't matter. It's time travel.
And you can tell her that we have a futuristic lab fully kitted with vermilion effervescent fluids and other things that go bloop and whiz and whir here waiting for her to work on them. We have all
Venetian
sorts of
bloop
non-complex...
and whoops and zips. We'll tell her.
We have polyhedron automatons. We've got quantum spanners. We've got hydroplanar batteries, and lots of other normal things with fancy sci-fi words before them.
So, do we get to take a bracelet to her, or does she have to invent it herself?
That's a great point. Let's give her a violet bracelet.
Oh man, I really wanted purple. Dang it!
You're
well.
green.
I know, and you know what? It is nice. I do like it. It's not what I would have chosen for me, but
Girl, you are rocking it.
thanks, Naomi. Gosh, you're such a good friend.
Lauren just goes.
And you have a glass fishbowl on your head too, so it lands way out here.
Ka-thunk.
Yeah. You know what? Lawrence, green is your color. I'm gonna say that. And Naomi, totally jelly of the pink. But I think we just scared off a Pterorhinoceros. So I feel we're all doing really good.
Yeah.
And now we have these really awesome chunky bracelets. And even if we can't tell people our super awesome secrets of how super awesome fighty we are, at least we get these awesome bracelets. Everyone will be totally jelly.
We are gonna start a trend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we get back to where we're going, do we act like we know each other now since we fought together? Or
Lawrence, are you gonna pretend you don't know us anymore?
not me? Girls usually do that toward me.
Holy cow. That's ouch. Ouch, Lawrence.
Oh, I'm sorry. The fish bubble starts filling up.
I feel like we've really bonded today, all of us.
We've totally bonded.
Mm-hmm. Bonding like you can only do when you defeat a bunch of goopy guys.
Yes.
Don't be weird at school, Lawrence.
Yeah.
No
That's
promises.
Just don't be a goopy guy, okay?
Nah.
Hashtag.
Hashtag don't be a goopy guy.
Hashtag no goop. Okay. I
I'm
promise.
sorry, we went off on a tangent there, little mister. Are
Yeah,
you? What else
dude's
do we
like-
need to do?
Opened up his lunchbox and he's like pulling out some sandwiches and he's like, "Oh no, that's it. You just need to next step, go and speak to the professor. The professor will help us unlock things so we can recruit even more super troopers to help us in our cause, and then we can stop. It's a kind of race against time sort of thing, trying to stop Dr. Noose from getting hold of these crystals and figuring them out for himself because he has evil intentions. 50% chance Violet is good, 100% chance Dr. Noose is bad. Future where everything's destroyed and everyone is goop men."
Oh,
Oh,
ew,
yeah.
that's bad.
Then I think we should leave now. I go stand on the center one. Y'all coming?
I poke it with my toe first. I just tip tap it a little bit.
So both you and Lawrence will notice that it's kind of a little bit permeable. Like you sort of float into it a little bit.
Oof.
Ooh.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Jump and stand on it.
And yeah, I will also go on to the other.
And like looking up from a milk-free biscuit. He's like, yes, just press button. Was it button 1 or button 2? Button 2. Button 1. Button 1.
I thought it was 1. Okay.
Button 1. Button 1. I know exactly how these things work.
Wasn't it? We should have written this down, you guys.
I just reach up and push button 1.
And tell us, where do you end up?
Not in the hole.
Well, now the question is I forgot to change back before I poofed. Does my outfit dematerializes or?
I think temporal distortion will always cause your suit to, not necessarily while you're traveling, but when you arrive, it causes it to shrink down into this ridiculously oversized plastic belt buckle that looks a lot like a saleable toy.
Okay.
For marketing reasons.
Well, I was at the mall when this happened, so I appear in the candy store down the hall from the video deal. And if I lose my balance, I hit that gumball machine, kind of roll it over the big ball that has all the gumballs in it, just kind of pops off and just.
Ah, yeah. And the little old lady who runs the candy store, she's sort of she hasn't noticed you arrive, but she doesn't notice a lot of things, so you know that's okay. She sort of is looking up from her crossword. Oh dear. Oh, and she starts pottering around from the counter, and she's like, "Oh, well, these will be no good. Will you help me clear up, young man?"
Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I lost my footing. I accidentally bumped into the machine. Show me where your broom is, and I'll get it cleaned up.
Oh, it's just right there in the cabinet, next to the sugar mice.
I walk over to the cabinet, grab the broom and dustpan, and start sweeping up the gumballs, chasing them around as they roll away.
So the other two of you, Lawrence, the thing that he's standing on, it covers him in goop for a second, the temporal goop, of course, and then drops to the ground.
Okay. On 3, Stacy.
Oh my god, can we hold hands? I'm really nervous.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
don't hold hands. You might go to different places, and then you might arrive with one of Stacy's limbs, and Stacy might arrive with some of your fingers.
This is terrible. Okay. Oh.
All right. On 3,
Okay.
right?
On 3. Yeah, I agree. Let's go. You're right.
1.
Let's do this.
All right.
2.
3.
Stacy first.
Wait, what?
Stacy
Where
first.
are you?
Where'd you end
Daisy
up?
first? I feel like I end up in the back room, like the staff room of the dance studio. And I like knock over some like papers on the desk, and I'm like, I hear some commotion in the front, and I go and like look outside. One of the other like employees has shown up and is trying to round the children who are just like running around screaming.
Stacy, should you be so lucky, please describe your boss.
Please describe what?
Your boss.
Oh no! I'm a good dang it. Oh no. Okay, so I like look outside and I see my boss and I'm like, oh no. And I like close the door and I like take a deep breath and I like grab some like cleaning supplies and then I like go to step out to the front and act like I just went into the back to grab some stuff to like clean up. And like my boss is this absolutely petite, but just like tough as nails, like Russian ballerina lady, and like Nadia, and and I step outside and I'm like, oh, hey Nadia, it's so good to see you here. I just, the kids spilled some stuff, and I point to a mess because there's always a mess because they're children, and I go over to clean it, and I'm just like, it's hi.
Stacy, it has been half an hour and none of us can get hold of you. Where have you been?
Has it been that long? I'm so sorry. Would you believe I don't know exactly what happened?
Normally, none of us can get hold of you on your phone, and this time, these children have been left unattended. We had no temporary staff.
You're all still okay, right? Right, guys? You're all...
And there's kids crying. One of them's covered in puke. There's like juice everywhere.
I rush over to clean. I'm like, Nadia, I'm so sorry. It was just an accident. It will never happen again.
And one of them is just off dancing. The one that was just styling her hair is now going through her routine for her next test.
Amazing. Soon to be prima ballerina, right, Nadia? So good.
And she's giving you the "you are so close to being fired" look.
I'm so sorry. I swear I'll make it up to you.
Perhaps you need more lessons in punctuality and responsibility. Maybe we should take you back to class yourself. It has been a long time since I put you through some routines.
I guess it has.
Excellent. Be back here at 8 p.m.
Okay. Thanks, bye.
And outside, there are parents who are arriving to collect their kids early, and like some of them see you and are just like,
I'm so sorry. Like run.
Naomi, where does Naomi end up?
Naomi, very helpfully ends up in the Mephora in the mall. She pulls out her phone and texts, "Hey girl, what's your foundation number?"
420.
As it should be. She just starts casually like shopping for concealer and foundation.
Oh yeah, I forgot it. I should have pointed to the giant bruise on my head. Oh my god, thank you so much. You are a lifesaver.
NBD. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face, sparkles.
Heart.
There's a guy who like comes over wearing black suit and everything, and he's like, okay, so personally, I wouldn't say that foundation is for you.
No, it's for a friend.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to do some shopping for yourself as well while you're here?
Sure, let's do it. Do you have anything in glittery pink?
Oh my god, we've got the latest Mephora range. It's called Decadence, and glitter and pink is just all over it.
Let's do it.
And while the rest of you end up sweeping and doing ballet drills, Naomi gets a full makeover. From a person who you'll learn their name is Robert, and they know a surprising amount about makeup, more than Scrat does. When you have all resolved this issue, where do you meet up? These issues.
I
Bubble
didn't get
tea
my-
because Naomi specifically said she didn't get to have her bubble tea earlier.
And I
Oh
go
my
to the
god.
food court looking
Yes.
I know that Naomi is like going and like she is, saving my life right now, getting me my foundation. So I figure like the food court is where you all meet anyway. For sure Lawrence will like show up here, but I have to go get my girl a bubble tea because she is saving my life.
You meet up by the bubble tea.
Yes. They're at the bubble tea, and I walk to the food court, and I just start looking around and everything, and I see Stacy over there, and I slowly work my way across the food court over to her.
Hi. Okay, so wasn't sure what everyone wanted, but I got one taro, one melon, one tangerine. What's your pick?
Taro, for sure.
Boop. All yours.
What do you take your favorite? I've never had one of those before.
Okay. Well, you know what? Green has been your color today, so you're doing melon.
Sounds good to me. Stick the straw in there.
Yeah. Okay, so take a slurp of bubble tea. Stop to think. So I guess we should go to the university.
Yeah.
That's where the doctor's at?
Yeah, and I mean what I remember, Noose 100% bad. Violet 50-50 good or evil. So that's the one we want to work on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because if she's going to be good, let her be good and help us.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like, she might know some stuff about like the temporal bits and bobs and boops and deeps and whoops. So that's
Vermilion.
good. Yeah. Vermilion schloop. Yep. We're learning so much. This has all been like so informative.
Yep.
I feel like I've just been to like 50 science classes.
But it was way more fun than science class.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're right.
It was lots of fun so far today.
All right. So, I guess we should go over there. It's like, is it like afternoon or morning?
It's
That's
like
true.
Afternoon time, I'd say. I think you were all skipping class. Or working, free period working.
Then I guess we need to go find a bus and get over there.
Yeah, I mean, like all the buses come to the mall, so we should be totally fine to get the bus to the university.
I have a car.
Oh shoot! What?
Yeah,
Awesome.
like my dad just got me one for my birthday.
Oh my gosh, your dad is awesome. Thank him for us later, and let's totally book it to the
Let's go.
university.
Hey, Stacy.
Uh-huh.
Shotgun.
Dang it! Aw, shucks.
And
Fine.
a short drive later, you arrive at the university. Looking up the Dr. Violet in the school directory, you can find that she can often be found. She never teaches lectures or seminars. She is at the university for research purposes only, and she can often be found in lab 2736 Alpha.
look on the map and see where that particular lab is and which building it's in.
Yeah, you can see it's in the Alpha building, and it's number 2736. You can head there easily.
That makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
a nice,
Okay.
Yeah. Start walking over in that direction.
Yeah, and as you walk, I need to practice a voice. So talk.
Oh,
So,
So-
any of y'all thinking about coming to this university?
I mean, I guess. I'm applying a bunch of places. I don't know if I want to stay in town or if I want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the best dance program, and that's really important to me. So, I'm hoping that, like, Nadia, the owner of our dance studio, is really tough, but she's really good. And, I need to stay on her good side, which currently I am not on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. With, like, just kind of...
Oh yeah, those kids were running around and some of them had like, spilled juice.
Oh.
Sometimes they don't even have juice. You're like, how did you get that juice? Where did it even come from?
We only have water here.
Yeah, like how even did you? How and there? What and?
Yeah, it's not like you just abandoned them.
I mean, it's not like I abandoned them by choice. Lawrence, why would you say that?
I said you
Thought
did.
about this right now.
The little hooded guy pulled you away. It's not like you chose it.
I would never have left those children alone. They are not to be trusted.
It's the same thing I'm sure our parents said about us when we were that young.
Maybe.
And you can arrive at the lab. Looking through the window, you can see a young woman who's kind of spindly looking. Her fashion sense looks a few decades old. And like it looks like she's sort of wearing stuff that would have been really hip in maybe the 40s. Big fur, pearls, that sort of thing. There's two ways you can go. You can either own it, or it kind of looks a bit off. This looks a little bit off. And helping her is a muscular guy wearing a tank top.
Oh.
Oh, did she already time travel?
Maybe.
Maybe they were wrong and she already figured it out. This looks like she just came back.
Ooh, or maybe she's just really out of the loop.
No.
I don't know.
No way.
I mean,
Let's go ask
maybe.
her.
You can hear, and now, Trunk, add 3 drops of the pink fluid. Okay, Louise. I'll put 3 drops in there, and we'll see what happens. And there's a big vermilion. And
Oh my God, was that vermilion?
Does anyone even know what color vermilion is? I've got no idea.
Nope.
Green.
I think it's like salmon colored.
What? I thought it was green. Oh my god, that's amazing.
It sounds red to me.
Oh my god, it's red. Oh my god, I was so off.
Well, they call the actual word for where your lips come to your face is the vermilion border.
Ah.
Wow.
There you go. And like the vermilion border, the effervescent fluid stops at a certain point. She says, "Yes! We've done it, Trunk! We're gonna be famous! Famous at last! Hang on, let's try sending a message. Oh no, hang on a minute. If I send a message, I'll probably receive one about, and her mobile phone rings. And she answers it and goes, "Ah! Yes! Yes, I've just got a message from me in 2 minutes' time. I better send it back. Hello, Louise. You will have been successful. This message was sent at 12:05. Y'all can enter at any point.
I turned to Naomi, I'm like, see, she's already time traveling. She must have just come. Excuse me.
Is she calling that man Trunk?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that his
All right.
name?
Hello? Trunk, do we have any guests planned? I don't know, Louise. Did you guys book ahead?
No, Louise sent for us.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can set out a table and we can have a nice lunch together. It's getting to about that sort of time. I made broccoli and blue Stilton muffins this morning.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Any dessert?
This is no time for snacks, Trunk. What are you all doing here?
Well, you see, Doctor, we came to talk to you about your project.
Are you from the future?
Yes and no.
Yeah?
That's an interesting answer.
Let's put it this way here. Pointing over my shoulder at Stacy. She knows what success you're going to have. Naomi knows that you are working on it now. So together, we all know how successful you will be.
Yes. Yes, I will. Eventually, I'll make $1 million.
A noble goal.
Why do we even have that lever?
So, which one of us grabbed the violet bracelet?
Oh yeah. Naomi has it. Yeah.
What and what is this?
Well, it's a real cute accessory, first of all. Second of all, apparently it helps us travel through time. See, we have one too.
And she comes and takes it from me and goes, Violet, why does everyone give me Violet? I can't stand the color Violet. And it's just my name. Almost, never mind. And she puts it on without...
Stacy likes violet. Do you like green?
I'll trade you.
And Stacy, as you try and remove it, this thing is like permanently bonded to your wrist.
I don't remember agreeing to that. Dang it.
Like some kind of temporal manacle. But she puts it on, and she doesn't even have to close her hand fully. That's how spindly she is. She just slips it right on, and like floats all the way up to her elbow, and it's like kind of very loose. And she's like, this has been made with what looks like the vermilion fluid I just invented. You're muted, monk.
It probably was.
Interesting. Where did you get this? The future?
No.
I feel like it couldn't have been the future because there were dinosaurs, so it was probably the past.
Was there a dinosaur though, or was that just the rhinoceros guy?
Pterosaura?
Tyrannosaurus nooses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I hope one day that we can develop a cure for that and send it back in time to cure people now.
But
For a reasonable
honestly,
price.
For a reasonable price.
That's an important characteristic.
I mean, free shipping will get most people to pay a little more.
Scratticus Academy, if you go to the Deck of Many store, you can now get free shipping with orders over $100 using the code Scratticus.
Amazing.
Nice.
This whole game is one big plug. Like,
Well, thanks for playing, everyone. Thanks for playing.
don't forget to check out the merchandise.
Like our belt buckles here.
Okay, so, she's intrigued. Alright, well, how do we look at more of this stuff? Maybe I could move it all here to my lab. Trunk?
Oh, there's a lab on the other side that you can use with lots of beeps and.
Yeah, you just have to use number 2.
I went earlier.
No. Number 2 on the bracelet.
And a second Louise appears wearing a pink bracelet. And she's like, Louise, this is a great idea. You're going to love it. And also, I bought an extra bracelet for Trunk. And passes her an extra bracelet. And then presses a button and disappears.
Oh, that's right. We probably should have told you that you were going to come tell you about this. Someone did say that. So, I mean, there you go. You know, so because clearly, Stacy points to all of her. You've traveled to the past before, and now you can travel to the future dinosaur land. And then you can come back, but only within 100 meters. Be careful of the chasm. It's a real issue.
And she like just produces a screwdriver from like somewhere on her body. She's not got enough clothes or body to hide a screwdriver, but somehow she produces one as if it's from a toolkit, and starts fiddling with it immediately. And there's like, it's a regular screwdriver, but there's sparks. You know, it's sci-fi. And she's like, there you go. That should be fixed now. I can take a look at yours too, should you wish.
Ours weren't broken.
No, I mean, I can reduce that range from 100 meters to exactly where you were.
Oh, that would be handy. Yes, please.
Bzzzt. Just the temporal flux capacitor. It's not quite calibrated with the imperative return valve. Bzzzt.
Oh, clearly. Did it have something to do with the boops and bips?
Yes. And the machine that goes zing isn't calibrated correctly, but we can correct that when we get to the lab.
That sounds highly dangerous.
But very important.
She chucks the bracelet to Trunk and says, press number 2, Trunk. Presses number 2, and she's gone. Hang on a minute. I only just started laying out the table, but we can.
Muffin, please.
I can bundle this up and we can take it with us.
Oh yes, do that.
Yes.
It's got broccoli in it.
Hey, do you think this journey would take some time? I could bottle some elderflower cordial, and by the time we arrive, it should have fermented just enough to be ready to drink if there's a decent amount of time.
Well, since we're traveling in time, maybe it'll have time to age, or will it just get younger? Oh my God, will it turn back into flowers?
This maybe it'll just be seeds. It's like we're doing our own kind of science. I'm looking forward to it.
Let's do it. What can I do to help you?
Can you just press those elderflowers there? That would be fantastic, and I'll put on this apron here and start getting the cordial mixture together. Hey, why don't you pass me the sugar?
Yeah, I'm into this. This is very homey, and we can. Oh, Naomi, I see you're already gramming it. Perfect. Tag me in it.
Trunk's phone rings, and it's sort of like diddle-doo-doo, diddle-doo-doo, diddle-doo-doo. Diddle-doo-doo, and it, yes? Yeah? Hello, this is Trunk speaking. And you hear through the phone, Trunk, press number 2! I told you to press number 2 already! I just send you this message through time. Do you know how difficult that was? Oh, all right, Louise. Sounds like we should go.
Dang. All right. Next time.
Lawrence doesn't wait. He just pushes number 2 real fast.
And
everything in his hand just drops.
Yeah, and Trunk presses it as well. And
Okay. We probably shouldn't hold hands for this either.
That is, that's the next thing we need to tell her to fix. Because that's a real problem.
Definitely.
And also, I'm taking this muffin, and I'm like, this
Grab
is my
a
muffin.
button.
My muffin, let's go. It has been a day.
What a day.
And you arrive back in the cave, and there is Aiju Ryujin sharing tea with Louise. And as you arrive, she's like, brilliant, look. I've set up a calibration equipment. Everything is calibrated and ready. I need your diamonds, your belt buckles to start making improvements.
You're not gonna, like, take them back and not give them back, right? Like, no takesies backsies. You gave these to us.
I'm a little beyond playground games.
I mean, no one is beyond takesies backsies.
And she, like, just takes Naomi's. And,
It's
like,
up there with seat check, though.
Yeah, you can do a deceit check. Why not? Give me a.
No.
You can
It's
do
up
this.
there with seat check.
What? I'm
Yeah,
fine.
like,
I'm missing
check
something.
in, see check.
Oh, I see.
It's
Okay.
highly important, and no one is above those rules, okay? I'm just saying. You know, I don't know what universe you're in or, like, everything, but this is just really important. So, okay, I'm trusting you. Here you go.
And she'll take it, and she, like, fiddles with them, and immediately she pops out the crystals and the SIM card, and before you know it, each of you, she crumbles the crystals and everything, and each of you can see SIM cards. Or small things that look like SIM cards. And she puts them in different devices and passes them. Now, on your character sheet, on the info page, you should find in that first box that it tells you what kind of dragon gifted you your powers.
Got it.
Got it?
When she passes it back to you, you immediately have a sort of vision, a sort of almost like it's like a little transporter, telecommunicator thing, and with a little dome, and like this weird like light comes up and creates a cylinder of light that goes upwards, and for a second it looks like there's a face there, but the face sort of shrinks into your dragon. Who's going first?
I will.
Lawrence, what does your dragon look like?
Okay. The big green dragon with doesn't have wings like a traditional Western dragon. It actually looks like one of those more Eastern dragons. Kind of like no wings, but just a bunch of feet on them and everything, and he just kind of wraps down and kind of curls like a snake and just sits there.
And it has like maybe dorsal fins that run down its back, and as it shakes, you can see mist flowing off them. And,
Yep. Yeah, you can't ever see the full body of it because it's always partially covered in mist, whether it's like the midsection, the bottom section, or something. It's like the dragon's always kind of like emerging from the mist itself.
Yeah. And it turns to you and says, Lawrence, I have chosen you to carry the emerald powers. Your skill at my video game, which I planted in the year 2019, was most impressive. Had I have let you stay, you would have hit a high score that no one would have ever been able to beat, and the mall would eventually have sold the machine. This way is better for everyone. Everyone else has a chance now.
Well, I can never go back and play it again?
You can, but try not to show off.
All right. He just got this sad face look on him. It's like, but I'm so good.
You are so good, Lawrence, but now you can use those powers in the form of misty martial arts to combat evil. Keep a weary eye on Louise and strengthen and embolden your friends. Maybe get them
Alright.
to talk about their past lives. You may grant them an immunity to mind status effects, protecting them from Dr. Minus.
I've got to learn about their past to help protect their minds? Is that what you said?
Yes, this is your power. Hashtag no goop.
Okay. Thumbs up. I'll try.
What's going next?
I could go next, but I'm literally the same dragon, so I don't know how fun that is. So I mean, I guess, like you said, like...
So Lawrence, like at the end, he's like, hashtag no goop. Now excuse me, I've got a caller on the other line.
Listen, we're just sharing. It's like a dragon timeshare. It's fine. We've worked this out. It's all good. Yeah, so I imagine, I mean, it's the same dragon. I think it's the same. But yeah, I hold my little thing, and he said it has like a little curvy thing, and I imagine like there's like little green leaves that like unfold, and then I'm waiting for him to show up. Come on, buddy, where are you?
Yeah, and as you sort of see Lawrence hang up, the mist dragon appears, sort of like rushing on from the side, and is like, Stacy,
There you are.
your grace and elegance on the dance floor, combined with your willingness to endure young children, I mean, look after young children, is truly magnificent. I have chosen you to protect the world from evil. Whenever you are using your emerald bow, jade bow, the emerald bow, one of those, then you can ignore weather status effects.
That's
Only when you are transformed.
Oh my god. So like, are you saying like even though it's raining, my hair totally won't get like super frizzy?
You will never have to worry about hair frizz or looking like a drowned rat again.
Oh my god. Thank you,
Or
Magic
being-
Dragon!
Or for that matter, being sunburnt, feeling cold.
Oh my god, this is amazing. I hate all of those things. This is great.
Yes,
Thank you
you
so
are
much, Tiny Dragon.
essentially part lizard now.
Oh, cool. Okay. Neat. So I'm like cold-blooded. It's all right. Great. Thanks, Tiny Dragon.
Take it from me, you want to keep your scales clean.
Yeah, I'll look into that. Thanks.
When the dragon says scales, Lawrence starts kind of tilts his head this way, tilts his head that way, and tries to see if he can see any scales on her visible skin.
Lawrence, I'm not scaly. Shh. I moisturize like 3 times a day.
One green scale.
In your forehead, under the bridge.
Naomi, the concealer!
I've got you.
Naomi,
Yes.
good dragon.
So my dragon has very like sleek scales on the front, and very, very startlingly like light pink eyes and pink scales. Looks a little bit more like a dragon you might see on like heraldry from like the British Isles and things, and but is pink,
Aye.
of course.
And when it appears side on, like in heraldry. And it turns to look at you. Goes, "Here we lass, Naomi! I've chosen you for your skills of technology.
Thank you.
I saw the way you found my little gloop there in Temeric's arcade machine. Temeric, he's a mist dragon, lovely guy, but don't eat his biscuits. You are going to be granted the gift of tit for tat. Alright? You can always find a way to benefit everyone. And when you help people in combat, you too will receive a benefit. Unfortunately, it looks like we're getting towards the end of today's session looking at the temporal meter, so you may not get a chance to use this, but you should keep it in mind for future players.
Certainly.
There's all the glory before you. You just can't use it.
Thank you. Great dragon.
As an extra bonus, alright, I'm I'm always available to call, alright? You should call me more often, in fact, alright? You can think of me as your auntie. Just give me a call regularly. I like to know how you're doing, alright?
I'll put it in my phone right now. Call Auntie Dragon.
That's wonderful. Now, you get along now. You've got busy things to do.
Okay, Auntie.
And as you all come out of this trance, Louise, Trunk, and Kaiju Ryujin are sitting there like, you have had a vision.
Yes.
The vision was for you. Now, Louise has need of supporting staff. Lawrence, Naomi, you have busy day jobs, but do you think you could sort of spare some time here, sort of like a timeshare job, 0 hours contract, but when we need extra people, can we call on you to come and help us out? We will repay you in temporal goop.
Oh.
It may
How
not
can you
be
pass
very
up the
valuable.
goop?
May not be very valuable to you in your timeline, but by the time you hit 50, you will already have lots of stocks. It'll be amazing. Sometimes you have to invest in your future.
I would be totally happy to help out here.
Yeah, can I wear the glitter suit thing more? That would be fun.
Anytime you are here, you can wear your suits. And should the
Cool.
base be attacked, we will certainly call on you to help us defend from Dr. Noose and his indubitable goopers.
As soon as they finish saying you can wear them while you're here, Lawrence reached down.
Stacy, I have a separate task for you.
Oh gosh, is it more children? Because, I'm already kind of in trouble. And look, Juice! How did they do that?
And he sort of like creates a little window in time because Louise gives him a little device that does that. And you can suddenly see the classroom and there's like 3 kids left that haven't been picked up. And Nadia's there struggling with them. Nadia's now got vomit on her. And like there's somehow they've got glue and there's glue all over the dance floor. And you can hear Nadia sort of saying, Stacy is going to have to clean all of this up.
No.
And cover my dry cleaning bill. But
I don't get paid enough for this!
don't worry about that. The world is at stake. You will have to make great sacrifices, including minor ones like cleaning up glue. But also, we need you to go out and find more people who are worthy of the Super Trooper belt buckle.
I mean, it is rather nifty. I guess I can try and help find some people who would look good in it. I mean, it's not for everyone, that's for sure. Not everyone can pull off a really flashy belt buckle. So, you know what? I'm your girl. I could totally help to find the right people for these accessories.
And an alarm starts sounding in the lab. like a red alarm starts. Whoop, 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 whoop. And very noise orientated, this lab. Lots of noise. All the other noises.
Million alert.
All the other noises stop. Yeah, and yeah, that's exactly, Naomi, that's exactly right. And Louise turns to you and says, I'm glad someone appreciated the choice of color. And it's the window that the Ryujin is holding. He like shakes it, and it comes to Dime Square, which is Fantasy Times Square, and in Dime Square you can see Dr. Noose, the Tyrannosaurus, is there plaguing people, and he's holding a person who resembles Meta Kate's character next week, who we don't have a description of yet. And what we'll do is, when we've figured out temporal communication, we'll go back and we'll change this bit so that I give a description of Kate's character, but for now we're just filling to give myself enough time to give the full description. This should be about enough time. We'll come back and change this in the future. And oh no, it looks like you're needed there, Stacy.
Oh my gosh, Dime Square? I've always wanted to go. This is amazing. Okay, I mean, yes, I'm gonna be super serious and totally help to fight off stuff with my awesome dancing.
Louise pipes up and says, Lawrence, Naomi, I'm going to need your help with Trunk. I'm working on something which will help us defeat Dr. Noose. Something to do with your weapons. I need you to stay here so that I can tamper with them.
Perfect. Great.
Right.
Stacy, come here.
Naomi,
Fix your concealer on your forehead.
oh my god, you are a lifesaver, Naomi. What would I do without you?
You would be totally fine.
No.
You've got this, girl.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
I lean over to Stacy. You better hurry up so those kids don't feel abandoned.
Oh god, I have to be back by 8! Can we hurry this up, please?
Yes, even with temporal diffraction, we will, at the very best, at the moment, if you left right now, you would only get back at like 7:52. So you've got approximately.
Oh my god, I jumped through the hole!
You jump through, like, this is just like a hologram, so you jump through the hole and just land on the other side. No, and Louise just says, no, Stacy, you have to use the temporal, you have to go and stand on the platforms and press the bracelet. It's not like this is just a window.
Why would you show me like that? Whatever, okay? And
Trunk
I'm
leans down
the
and is
TV.
like, I'm looking you up.
I'm like smashing the button. I'm like,
And Stacy disappears. And that is where we are going to leave this week's episode of Mighty Transforming Super Troopers. Oh boy, was this just as crazy as I thought it would be.
Oh, it was a blast.
this was so much fun. Oh my god. The amount of times I had to mute because I was like cracking up. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, like so many.
Yeah, I think we spent a good 10% just laughing through this entire thing.
amazing.
Okay,
Very good job.
Thank you so much. Let's go around. Let's talk about who we are and where we can find each other. We'll start by saying, hey, next week, Kate will be joining us. Fortunately, Kate had a migraine today, so they couldn't join us. Always put health first in front of your other obligations, everyone. Always look after yourselves first. Kate will be joining us next week with her character, but you already know what her character looks like because I went forward in time and changed that bit. So you already know that, okay? So when Kate starts, like, Stacy and everyone in chat, okay, when Kate starts introducing her character next week, I just want everyone in chat just like going, yeah, we know. We know. You know, like Scrat already told us. We know.
Yeah, we saw this last week. Right?
Yeah.
And let's go around next to Nerdly.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Nerdly. I am on Twitter at NerdlyB. I am in the Discord at the Academy and hanging out in chat here an awful lot. I'm not plugging anything today besides the Academy and the amazingness that is Scratticus and all of the Academy. So go hang out with them.
Aww, thank you. Let's go next around to Monk, Psychotic Monk. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the invitation. Allow me to play tonight. I greatly enjoy it. And with the two ladies, y'all are both amazing. Thank you. I really don't have a whole lot to really announce right now. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you see I support Scrat Channel by publishing when I can about when they have their events. I do a little bit of stuff over at Thread Raiders, and we got some stuff coming up toward the end of February, 1st of March, so be watching out for any Thread Raiders type stuff. But that's pretty much about for me right now.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today, both of you. You were the perfect additions to our starting episode and every crazy... I enjoyed building this all. Lastly, around, Jess, how you doing?
Oh, hi. I'm Jess. I'm so excited to keep playing this game. You two were amazing. I'm so glad we got to start this game together and like set this world up together because it was so much fun. I feel like it was the perfect like balance of people, and gosh, I'm so excited to keep playing more of this. So thanks so much everyone who came out. My name is Jess. You can find me at go_JG on Twitter and Twitch. I play a variety of video games and TTRPGs on my channel. A lot of like different systems and stuff like that. And you can also find games and stuff I've created over on my itch.io page. As I like designing weird games to play. So thanks so much. Yeah. Because it's fun. What haven't I done yet? Let me make it. Like we haven't done this yet. Let's do it. So why not? But y'all are awesome. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thank you so much for running the Scrat. This is a ton of fun and I cannot wait to play more.
Next week on the Scratticus Academy. Brought to you by our sponsors, Mage Hand Press, who have released the Dark Matter hardback now for pre-order. Sign up now! I could do the whole thing in that voice if we wanted to just fit in the trope, but it's actually kind of straining, so I'm going to stop. But do go and pre-order Dark Matter. That's not just a bit. They genuinely do have the hardback cover on pre-order now. Oh my god, it's only 2 weeks until PAX U, everyone. I will be on the Dark Matter stall for 2 hours every day. Come along and find me. I will probably be like, I don't know. I don't actually know what I'm doing there. Am I running games? Am I selling stuff? I don't know. I'm going to put as much prep into that as I do my games. So feel free to come and see it live. Also, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, as we did plug halfway through the show because it was too perfect. They're currently got a Black Friday sale on, and if you spend $100, you can use the code Scratticus for
free shipping.
Thank you. Free shipping. That was the one. Yeah.
That's what it is.
If you are thinking about ordering that Dark Matter hardbook, don't wait for them to release it. Use the code MHPScrat and pre-order it because I literally forced them to make it pre-orderable. Like, I've got receipts, okay? I was like, make it pre-order. Last sponsor. Go and check out Hero Forge. Hero Forge mini, customizable minis. I mean, Jess, this must have inspired you to make a mini, right?
I'm gonna do it now that we did this. I'm like absolutely. I'm absolutely going because especially you told me specifically that they have this sort of style. I'm gonna go look. I'm excited.
They have all sorts of things. Like you want to build superheroes, you want to build things from the future, you want to build things from the past or necromancers. It's all there. It's great stuff. We are gonna go on a raid. Our raid cry is, of course, #Don't be a goop man. We're going to go and raid Skinned Teen, who is currently playing some Beast Inside. I saw her playing it yesterday. It's an interesting game. Very interesting game. So I look forward to you all coming along. Come along and shout out in chat. Come and support. Supporting them supports us all. So do the thing. Yeah, there's nothing else I need to shout out. Keep on evoking emotions, everyone. And until next time... Yeah, keep on evoking emotions. I said that twice, but hey, it's true. You should keep evoking emotions. I'll see you later, everyone. Bye.